If you've ever stood in front of your pantry and wondered if your everyday favorites are actually giving you what you need as you age, you're not alone. As the years go by, the familiar foods we reach for, those comforting cookies, salty snacks, or long-time lunch staples, might not be nourishing us the way we hope. In fact, some of those everyday foods could be quietly holding us back, draining our energy, clouding our mind, and slowing us down more than we realize. But here's the empowering truth. The journey to a sharper mind and a stronger body can start with what's on your plate. It's never too late to take a step toward renewed vitality. Today, I'll guide you through a transformation, a gentle but powerful swap, ditching 3 common foods that may be eroding your health and replacing them with 3 superfoods favored by nutritionists and scientists alike for their age-defying benefits. Let's set the stage. As we age, our minds, brilliant and experienced though they are, become more sensitive to imbalances. Our bodies require more of certain nutrients to repair muscle, maintain heart health, and keep our immune systems robust. With decades of habits and memories attached to our favorite meals and snacks, it's easy to lose sight of how these foods interact with our changing needs. Unfortunately, some foods that were once harmless, or even enjoyable sources of comfort, can become small saboteurs in our pursuit of health. The reasons are rooted in biology. Many seniors naturally reduce how much they eat, but this often means missing out on vitamins and minerals at the very moment they need them most. Even more concerning, heavily processed foods, those that are high in sugar, salt, and unhealthy trans fats, can worsen inflammation, increase oxidative stress at the cellular level, and hasten the aging process in both mind and body. Over time, a diet packed with these foods is linked to an increased risk of chronic conditions such as high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. You might ask, what are these sneaky foods and how can I gently swap them out without sacrificing flavor or joy? Let's break it down with a closer look. Here's the first food that deserves a closer inspection. Sugary snacks have probably been with you through many seasons of life. Whether it's the mid-morning cookie, the after-dinner cake, or the candy bowl near the recliner, these sweet treats are comforting until you look at their effects more closely. When sugar enters your bloodstream, it causes rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar, raising levels of inflammation inside the body. Over time, these repeated sugar surges can damage the cells lining your blood vessels, strain your insulin-producing pancreas, and ultimately raise your risk of developing type 2 diabetes or metabolic syndrome. But that's not all. 2 major research reviews have tied chronic high sugar intake to impaired memory and a higher likelihood of cognitive decline in aging adults. That foggy, sluggish feeling after a sugar-heavy snack isn't your imagination. It's science. What can you enjoy instead, without feeling deprived? Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard offer more than color and crunch. Rich in antioxidants and plant-based compounds called flavonoids, leafy greens help counteract oxidative stress, the very process that sugar accelerates. In the landmark Rush Memory and Aging Project, seniors who ate 1 to 2 servings of leafy greens each day experienced noticeably slower cognitive decline, a difference equivalent to being 11 years younger in terms of memory. These greens are also excellent sources of vitamin K, lutein, and folate, nutrients shown to support healthy brain function. Picture this: swapping out just 1 sugary snack each day for a vibrant salad of baby spinach, nuts, a drizzle of olive oil, and a sprinkle of berries. Not only are you dodging a sugar crash, but you're nourishing your brain and keeping your blood vessels supple and strong. Next, let's tackle processed meats. Hot dogs, sausages, deli meat, bacon. These are staples at picnics, family brunches, and quick lunches everywhere. They're tasty and convenient, but they come with a hidden cost. Processed meats are typically packed with salt and preservatives, especially compounds known as nitrates and nitrites. These chemicals help meat keep its rosy color and fresh taste, but when digested, they can transform into nitrosamines, chemical compounds linked to an increased risk of certain cancers and a hastened decline in brain health. Excess sodium can force your heart to work harder, raising blood pressure and setting the stage for cardiovascular events and strokes. Numerous studies trace correlations between high consumption of processed meats and an elevated risk of Alzheimer's disease, not to mention cardiovascular problems and type 2 diabetes. With our bodies becoming more sensitive to salt as we age, the risk becomes even greater. The alternative? Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, foods brimming with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA and EPA. Omega-3s are the building blocks of the brain's structure. They soothe inflammation, protect nerve cells, and support better communication between brain circuits. A recently published analysis in the British Journal of Nutrition concluded that seniors who ate fatty fish at least twice a week demonstrated better memory, quicker thinking, and even less shrinkage in critical brain regions as they aged. Omega-3s also help keep blood pressure in check, lower triglycerides, and support healthy cholesterol levels, crucial benefits for aging hearts. Imagine preparing a simple salmon fillet seasoned with herbs and paired with roasted vegetables. You'll trade the sodium and preservatives of processed meats for a clean, delicious meal that supports both mind and body. The third challenge in our food transformation journey is fried foods. French fries, fried chicken, onion rings. These crunchy, golden treats are favorites for good reason. But here's the catch. Fried foods usually contain high amounts of trans fats and advanced glycation end products, AGs, which are formed when foods are cooked at very high temperatures. Think deep frying. Both trans fats and AGs have been shown to ignite inflammation, raise bad cholesterol, and accelerate damage to our blood vessels. Not only do these processes affect your body, increasing your risk for heart attacks and strokes, but they also change how blood flows to your brain, making cognitive decline more likely over time. A diet high in fried foods has been linked to worse memory and smaller brain volume in clinical studies, even after accounting for other lifestyle factors. Seniors especially should be cautious, as older blood vessels are more vulnerable to damage from chronic inflammation. So what's the powerful, satisfying substitute? Nuts and seeds. Walnuts, almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds, pecans. These are nature's snack foods, packed with healthy fats such as alpha-linolenic acid, vitamin E, fiber, and protein. They deliver crunch, flavor, and satiety, but without the inflammatory load of fried foods. In the Rotterdam study, seniors who included nuts in their diets several times a week experienced a lower risk of developing dementia. Nuts and seeds help lower blood pressure, keep arteries flexible, and support the brain's ability to protect against stress and injury. Instead of reaching for that bag of potato chips or plate of fried chicken, try a handful of mixed nuts or sprinkle chia seeds into your morning oatmeal or yogurt. You'll find that the fiber and healthy fats keep you fuller for longer, and your body gets a steady source of nutrients to power you through your day. These aren't just theoretical swaps. Consider the findings of the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease. Seniors who adopted a Mediterranean-style diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, olive oil, nuts, and fatty fish, experienced marked improvements in memory and physical strength over just a few months. Their risk for developing Alzheimer's disease dropped dramatically, and their ability to move confidently and independently in daily life improved. Another powerful testimonial comes from a vibrant octogenarian who, after swapping out sugary and processed foods for a more whole food, plant-rich diet, shared that she felt more energetic, slept better, and had a sharper memory than she had in years. The transformation she experienced on her plate translated to a transformation in her life. If you're considering making these swaps, remember, it's not about rigidity or deprivation. It's about gradual, joyful changes that put health and pleasure back at the heart of eating. Here are some practical tips to help you on your journey. Start small. Instead of overhauling your diet overnight, try replacing just one processed or sugary snack per day with a bowl of leafy greens tossed in olive oil and sprinkled with sunflower seeds. Experiment with herbs and spices for flavor. When you're craving something savory, grill or bake a portion of salmon or sardines instead of reaching for bacon or hot dogs. Keep containers of mixed nuts or seeds handy for quick snacks, at your desk, in the car, or next to your favorite chair. Remember to celebrate the wins. Noticing that you have more energy, better focus, a lighter mood, or improved strength is a direct reward for your efforts. Let these improvements motivate you to continue. But why do these food swaps matter so much for seniors specifically? One word: resilience. As we age, the body's ability to repair damage naturally slows down. Cells lose some of their flexibility, arteries may stiffen, and the brain becomes more vulnerable to injury and stress. The right foods, rich in antioxidants, supportive nutrients, and anti-inflammatory compounds, can help counteract this process. They nourish every organ system, from the smallest capillaries in your eyes to the intricate neural pathways in your brain. Superfoods like leafy greens slow down the loss of memory and keep the blood vessels feeding your brain clean and elastic. Fatty fish supply the omega-3s that maintain the structure and health of your brain cells, while also reducing joint aches and boosting muscle repair. Nuts and seeds provide the vitamin E, magnesium, and phytochemicals that fortify your body's antioxidant defenses, help lower cholesterol, and keep your energy levels steady throughout the day. The exciting news? The benefits build over time. The more you include these nutrient-dense superfoods, the better your body becomes at reducing inflammation, fighting oxidative stress, and maintaining cognitive clarity. The impact isn't just within you. It's visible in your daily choices, your interactions, your sense of purpose, and your enthusiasm for life. If you find these changes challenging, remember that you're not alone. As you embrace these swaps, draw on your community. Reach out to friends, family members, or local senior groups for support. Share recipes, swap ideas, and celebrate each milestone together. Do you have memories of foods you've loved but realized you needed to leave behind? Did you notice improvements in your energy, memory, or mood after adding more leafy greens, fatty fish, or nuts to your meals? Sharing your stories can inspire and motivate others to begin their own journey toward better health. And if you're ready to continue exploring, I encourage you to check out more practical tips for healthy living, like my deep dive into 10 foods that can help lower your blood pressure. Every meal is an opportunity to invest in your future self. Every bite of crunchy spinach, every forkful of salmon, every handful of walnuts helps you reclaim vibrant aging, one delicious step at a time.